I used to own gold and silver on paper. Then I actually read what that meant, and everything changed. Quick note before we dive in: you are watching my AI avatar. The voice is not quite mine yet, but the story, the numbers, and the experience are 100% real. I am Joanne Gittens, and this is exactly what happened when I went physical documented. I will see you in the next video. First, why I left paper, gold, and silver. I started with gold and silver certificates through TD Bank. It felt safe, it felt official, and honestly, it felt easy. But the more I read, the more uncomfortable I got. A certificate is a promise. It says someone is holding metal on your behalf, but you cannot hold a promise in your hand. You cannot access a promise at midnight when the banks are closed. And if the system that backs that promise ever wobbles, your gold wobbles with it. I wanted the real thing, so I found Silver Gold Bull, a Canadian company, well reviewed, with a straightforward website and real inventory, and I made my first purchase. Okay, so what I actually bought and what it cost. My first order was simple: a 10-ounce Silver Gold Bull silver bar. I chose it because it was on special. It was the best price per ounce I could find, and because the order hit the free shipping threshold. That matters. Shipping on physical metals is not cheap, so always check your total against the free shipping minimum before you check out. After that first order, I got more confident. I added two 10-ounce Buffalo silver bars from Silvertown Mint, then six 1-ounce assorted silver rounds. I deliberately stayed away from collectibles and numismatic coins. Here is why. Collectibles carry a premium above spot price that you pay going in and rarely recover going out. I am not collecting. I am protecting purchasing power. Bars and rounds keep your cost per ounce as close to spot as possible. That is the strategy. One thing dealers such as Silver Gold Bull does not advertise loudly: you will never pay the published spot price. There is always a spread. That is how they make their margin, and that is completely fair. Just go in knowing it. Your break even is slightly above spot the moment you buy. You are probably wondering, how was the delivery experience and storage reality? When your order ships from Silver Gold Bull, it arrives in a completely nondescript package. No company name on the outside, no indication of what is inside. That is intentional and smart. You pick it up at the post office, show ID, sign for it, and they ask you to send confirmation that you received it. The whole process felt secure and professional. Now, storage. Everyone will tell you to use a safety deposit box at your bank. I respectfully disagree. A safety deposit box is only accessible during bank hours. If there is ever a moment of financial stress in this country, a bank run, a system disruption, a Friday afternoon emergency, that box is not available to you. I keep my physical metals in multiple locations, hidden, distributed, not all in one place. That is a personal decision, and yours will be different. But think carefully about accessibility, not just security. Now, I actually went further than most people, and that leads to the next point, which is the RESP purchase and the sell decision. Here is where my story gets unconventional. I also bought physical metals inside my children's RESP through Questrade. Several hundred grams of 3/4 ounce Royal Canadian Mint silver coins and three 1-ounce Royal Canadian Mint gold bars. I wanted my sons, Samuel, Benjamin, and Joshua, to have real assets inside their registered accounts, not just index funds. Then I made a decision most people do not talk about. I sold the registered holdings, not at the peak, but at a very handsome gain. It looked like a blow off top to me. And technically, I was right about the direction, even if the metals went higher than I expected before they pulled back. Right now, both gold and silver are trading below where I sold. And I am watching closely because I intend to buy again and hold for the long term this time. The physical metals I received at home, I kept every single piece. Now, I want to tell you one thing about Silver Gold Bull's customer service that I did not expect. When I called to sell my registered holdings, the representative answered quickly. and then voluntarily put me on hold to see if he could get me a better price. He did not have to do that. He did it anyway. That told me everything I needed to know about who I was dealing with. That is the kind of partner you want when you are moving real money. If you are ready to start buying physical gold or silver in Canada, I have linked Silver Gold Bull in the description below. It is where I made my first purchase and where I will be buying again shortly. But before you buy anything, I want you to go in educated. I put together a completely free guide called Every Way Canadians Can Invest in Gold and Silver. It covers every legitimate option I'm currently aware of available to you right now, from your bank to specialist dealers to Wealth Simple's new physical gold platform. I researched and vetted every single one. The link to download it free is in the description below. It costs you nothing and it will save you from making expensive mistakes. Go get it. This channel is built on one principle. I only share what I have actually done with my own money. No theory, no hype, just the Canadian metals experience honestly documented. I will see you in the next video.